Hello, welcome to IY the Physicist. In our last class, we discussed about why we study physics. And today, we are going to talk about the branches of physics. But before that, make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment branches of physics. Physics can be simplified into three major groups. One, the classical physics, modern physics, and applied physics. The classical physics deals mainly with everyday physical phenomena that we can observe. The branches of physics under this group are the mechanics, thermodynamics, the optics, acoustics, and electricity and magnetism. Mechanics is a branch of physics that study motions, force, work, energy, and momentum. And thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is a branch of physics that study heat and temperature and thermal transfer. It studies heat, temperature, and thermal transfer. Then we have another branch of physics under classical physics, which is optics, which studies light, lenses, mirrors, reflection and refraction. Light, study lights, lenses, mirrors. And then acoustic. Acoustic is another branch of physics under the classical physics, which studies sound and vibration. Study sound and vibration. Sound and vibrations. And electricity and magnetism is another branch of physics under the classical aspect of physics, which study the currents, charges, circuits, magnet, and electromagnetic field. You study what? Currents, charges or charge, and magnets and electromagnetic field. So these are some of what? Branches of physics under classical aspect of physics. As I said, the classical aspect of physics deals mainly with what? With the day-to-day, everyday physical phenomena that we can observe. The motion of a man, the motion of a car, the motion of some animals and the rest. And then the force when something happens and what makes it change its position, which is pull or push, work, energy, and momentum. And thermodynamics, which study what? Heat, temperature, and thermal transfer. Then optics, then indeed acoustics, and electricity and magnetism. These are some of what? Branches of physics. And then the next one, which is what? Modern physics. Modern physics. It deals mainly with a phenomena that classical physics cannot fully explain. It deals with what? Phenomena that classical physics cannot fully explain, especially at very small scale or at high speeds. The branches of physics under this group are, we have the quantum physics, we have the atomic physics, we have the nuclear physics, and then we have a relativity, and particle physics. So the quantum physics is a branch of physics that study the behavior, structure of what? Behavior of matter and energy in atomic and subatomic scale. It study what? The behavior of matter and energy in atomic and subatomic scale. And then the atomic physics. The atomic physics is a branch of physics that study atom, the structure of atom and its behavior. And then nuclear physics. The nuclear physics is a branch of physics that study nuclei and radioactivity. Then relativity. Relativity is a branch of physics that study space, time, gravity, and an object moving at very high speeds. Then the particle physics. A particle physics is a branch of physics that study the fundamental particles such as electron and quarks. So these are the three main or major groups of physics. The classical aspects, which study everyday physical phenomena. The modern physics, which study mainly a phenomena which classical physics cannot fully explain, especially at very small scale or at high speeds. Then applied physics. It uses principles of physics to solve real life problems and develop useful technologies. It is applied in medicine. It is applied in engineering. It is applied in electronics. It is applied in space. It is applied in medicine, where we have some X-rays, MRI, and radiation treatment, and it is applied in engineering. Where we have designing buildings, constructions, new machines, devices, and then it is applied in electronics. Where we have the phone, computers, smart watch, and the rest. And then it is applied in a space where we have a spacecraft. So these are some aspects where physics principle is applied. Physics principle is applied in a versatile field. So these are the three branches of physics: the classical physics, the modern physics, and the applied physics. I do hope you understand. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment. See you next. Thank you.